Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP. Today we're heading back to snowy Belgium, December 1944, for another game of Chain of Command. Alright, so this is not a repeat of last week's game, but we are going to be using the same board that we did that bolt action game on. So we just left it out. Same forces, Germans versus Americans, but instead of bolt action, it's going to be Chain of Command. So we're going to see how that works. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. So terrain, for the mat, we're using the Nordic Winter mat by Cigar Box again. And as it was last week, it's an amazing mat. It's very vibrant white, which is very good for snowboards. And then we're also going to be using our Geek Villain self-cut-out terrain roads here. So both of our channel sponsors on the same table here at the same time. So terrain-wise, we got tons of hedges here. Hedges are going to be a 4-inch visibility for the tall ones. There are some shorter ones that infantry can see over, and we'll just kind of play that by ear during the game. But the taller ones are going to be 4-inch line of sight. All of them are going to be soft cover. We have some hills. There's a hill there. They're kind of hard to see from the angle I'm at with the camera, but there's a big hill here. There's a big hill right over there. Small hill there. Small hill there. Hills are going to block line of sight for infantry behind them. And if you're on top of a hill, you can shoot over your own units that are lower than you. We have a little bit of dense terrain. Just some clumps of trees. These are going to be soft cover standard rules for forests. The craters are going to be slow going and soft cover if you're in them. And then all of the buildings are going to be ruins, and they're just going to be hard cover. And I think the last thing we have is the tank traps, and those are going to be hard cover for infantry that are getting shot at across them. So that'll do it for the terrain. Let's talk about the mission. So the mission tonight is going to be the attack and defend mission from the rulebook. We'll roll off to see who's going to be who. We'll roll off to see who's going to be attacker, so it's going to be totally random. But in this mission we're going to be playing this way, long ways or short ways across the table. And the defender is going to place 4 patrol markers within 18 of his table edge. And the attacker is going to place 4 patrol markers anywhere along his table edge. And he's going to get up to D6 free moves. Both are going to place three jump off points, and we're going to be rolling for force support. We'll probably just do 10 each just to give some options. And the objective is to drive your opponent off the board while keeping your own force morale at 3 or higher. So pretty straightforward mission. Let's go ahead and look at the forces. So for this game we're going to be pulling platoons out of the book. We're not going to be using green platoons out of Bloody Bucket this time. We've learned our lesson with those. It's hard to play with them. They don't make for always a great game. So we're going to just go back to the rulebook platoons. So this is the American Standard Rifle Infantry Platoon. It's got a force rating of 0. Both of these force ratings are from the updated force rating table. And it's going to be led by Lieutenant Josh Bruder. He's just going to have a carbine. Assisting him is going to be Sergeant Olivier Decalone, and he's the other senior leader. He's got an SMG. There's a bazooka team. We've got 3 infantry squads. Each infantry squad is an 8-man rifle team, 3-man BAR team, and then a sergeant with an SMG. And commanding the squads tonight, we're going to have Sergeant Cody Neal, Sergeant Mark Donaldson, and Sergeant Walt Leach over here on the end, and 3rd squad. And that is the American platoon. The German platoon, this is the Panzer Grenadier platoon out of the rule book. So these guys are going to be a lot better than those green troops were. This platoon is always really good. So this has a force rating of +3, so there'll be an extra 3 support points going to the Americans right off the bat. And it's going to be commanded by Lieutenant Lankowski. He's going to be armed with a submachine gun. There's a Panzer Shrek team in the platoon. There are 3 identical squads. Each squad is 2 LMG teams, 2-man crew for each LMG. One team has 3 men, one team has 2 men, and each squad has 2 Panzerfausts. And in command of these squads, we're going to have Sergeant Anvala over here. 2nd squad is going to be Sergeant Vesterman. And 3rd squad is going to be Sergeant Shantz. And 3rd squad there. And that'll do it. So pretty straightforward, just a bare bones basic game of Chain of Command. So we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, so Andre and Robert are here. Robert's going to be the Panzer Grenadiers. Andre is going to be the Americans. Andre's attacking. He's got 13 support points. And Robert has half of his original 10, which is 5. Andre got 3 more for the force rating difference. And we will go ahead and do the patrol phase. patrol phase is now over, so we'll go over Robert's placement. He's got one here. That was more like that. He's got one here. He's got one right on the edge here. And then his last one is, oh, way over there. So he's got this part of the board covered. And Andre wound up with one here in these ruins. He's got one there by the crater. He's got one there behind the hedge up on top of the hill. And that will do it for the patrol phase. Force morale wise, Andre's at a 9, and Robert and his platoon are very motivated at an 11. And we will now go ahead and do the plans.
All right, American plan. So, got a decent amount of force support. And first thing I'm thinking is I like the idea of a 50 cal up here. It's got a nice field of view. Can kind of look out over those hedges and see what's happening. I've also got the pre-game barrage, so I'm going to try and come out hot and heavy, force Robert to deploy, and well, yeah. And along those lines, I've got this jump off point, and we got decent proximity to Robert's kind of out in left field jump off point. I'll drop a squad out here, send out some scouts, and force him to deploy out here. And if I can get a unit stranded out there, he may just let me have it. I don't know, but
Say if he doesn't defend it, you'll have a free jump off point.
which is probably the smart move, is not defending it. But I don't know that he'd do that. We'll see. I haven't played him enough to know.
Maybe.
I've also got a Sherman, which if he does try and defend this, I like the idea of having a Sherman back here. The 50 cal's got line of sight. I can lay some fire down here. So I do hope he tries to defend it.
Remember, he's got Panzerschreck, Panzerfaust.
Yeah.
So you don't want to get a Sherman too close to
Oh,
him.
I'm not planning on coming off the hill.
Okay, yeah, so you don't have a road anywhere on your edge, so you can come in anywhere on your
Yeah.
edge.
So those are my 3 support options. I was hoping to kind of get over into this part of the board, but couldn't get a jump off point except over off of this edge, and that was just a little bit too far out there. I do kind of like the idea of potentially trying to do a swing around this way. So, you know, right flank, left flank, depending on where the scout teams make Robert pop, and, you know, just the usual, try and lay down some fire and not get ambushed too badly.
And reroll ones.
Well, we'll see if we
Don't
need to
forget
do
to
that.
reroll.
I can usually win without re-rolling ones. All right, I'm out of here.
So now Robert will do his plan.
Jump off points here, here, and there. I figured I bought a second senior leader
Okay.
because I'm going to have leadership problems if I don't. I've got a green squad there, the assault rifle guys.
Yeah, so we're going to let him, he's going to bring a squad of green, an assault squad, so they're going to have assault rifles, but they're going to
Yeah.
be green.
And basically it's sort of a defensive position using the hedges as cover along here. Pull this jump off point back if I have to, or pull that jump off point back this way if I have to,
Okay.
depending upon whichever way Andre presses, and of course how I roll on chain command points. My one big concern is obviously going to be tanks, but I've got a
You're good there.
Panzerschreck and lots of Panzerfaust.
Yeah, you're good.
I can roll ones.
You got a Panzerschreck, you're good. I mean, that thing is amazing. 13 HE, or AP 13.
I can roll ones.
Yeah. But still,
So, but it's
it's pretty damn good.
basically it's sit back and wait for him to come out. There's no point in exposing myself, especially if he's able to build up a base of fire. That's just waiting on the. I've got a stronger force morale if, you know, 1 or 2 good rounds of hurting him badly and he's in trouble.
All right, so you're going to defend this kind of arch here.
Yep.
Maybe move some jump off points, and then
Yep.
just let him have it.
Let him have it.
All right, so that's it. That's it for the plans. We'll go ahead and get started. So that's it. That's the plans. And now we will let Andre begin the game. Got higher force morale on these attackers, so there he goes.
He doesn't have the higher force morale, but he's the attacker.
Oh, that's true.
But it's not a double phase.
No.
So 1, 2, 4, 4.
He can deploy all his senior leaders.
1, 2, 4, 4.
Sweet.
So Andre's brought in Lieutenant Bruder. He came in. Who is that? Gray. That is Sergeant Walt Leach, and he's brought in a support unit, which is a 50 cal. So D. Cologne has put, or Bruder, I'm sorry, has put everyone on Overwatch, and he's got a squad 50 cal here, and is the German phase.
Double phase.
But only a 4 and a 2 to work with.
But I do get one chain of command point.
Yep. Not going to bring anyone in that phase. He's going to roll again for his second phase, though.
1, 2, 2, 4, 3.
It's not a bad roll to bring a lot of stuff in. We'll let him think about it.
No.
So he's not going to bring anything in. He's got one chain of command point out of all that double phase. So 5, 5, 1,
Yeah,
3,
well, I got 2.
4.
Ah.
All right, so Andre has, first of all, he had Bruder send out a scout squad. So Americans have a special rule. They can go 2d6 as long as they're in line of sight of the leader and go tactical. So he's moved out here tactical with some scouts. And then he's brought in Sergeant Donaldson over there in that crater, kind of facing over there towards that jump off point. And it's German phase. All right,
No
2,
double
3,
phase.
4, 4.
I'm good.
6. All right.
Which takes a double leader
Secret.
because they each have to have a key.
Yes.
There you go.
Secret demolition. 1, 1, 2, 5, 4. So at the end of Andre's phase, he just had a scout team move out. They moved up 4 inches with a 1. And then over there, Donaldson just had those guys move out. They got like an 8 or 9 inch move. So they're out there moving towards that jump off point. And that's it. So on to the German phase.
Another chain of command point.
All right, 1, 1, 3, 5, 6. Robert's not doing anything. Not bringing anything into account. Those counter the scout teams. And Andre's got a 1, 1, 3, 4, 6.
Neighbors goats again.
I don't
It's
know.
probably
what
the
that was
owl.
marking. All right, so Andre has he had this scout squad moved up only 2 inches. They didn't get a great move. And that was with a 3 from the junior leader there, Donaldson. And then over here, Bruder had this scout squad move up, and they just moved up towards the doorway to stay in line of sight. I think that's it. So German phase.
Ooh,
Two
fives come
fives.
out.
2 5s. 4, 3, 2.
So Robert's bouncing again. And we'll go straight to Andre's phase.
Woo,
Ooh, 2 5s. A 6 and a 1 and a 2. So all Andre did, he moved that scout squad up. What they get like a 4-inch move.
Yep. They made the hedge.
They made the hedge, and then other than that, Sergeant Cody Neal and his squad has come in off that jump off point. So he's got all 3 of his squads in. All he has left is support. So German phase.
3, 3, 3, 4, 4.
Okay, that's a lot of squads. That can
And
come in.
senior leaders.
Yeah, you can bring in everything. First thing, Robert brought in one of his support units, which is a green Sturm squad, all armed with assault rifles, and they're going to fire onto the scouts. Groups of 8, needing 4s.
So they got 3.
All right, 3. Scouts are going to be in heavy cover because they're tactical. Cover.
6.
6.
Rolling subpar today.
So far.
So far, this might be the one that...
You can make up for it here.
5. So 11 hits.
Still subpar, but okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
11 hits. Andre will roll the saves now.
How many?
8.
Yep. And you're in heavy cover, so 5s and 6s are all that matter.
Okay, split them up amongst the team.
2
boom.
Yeah, they're
dead,
dead.
3 dead. They're dead.
Scout squad destroyed.
Bad things happen, morale check.
Yep, so team lost.
Ooh.
Probably -1.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
that's as high as it gets for team lost. So Andre's down to a
7.
No, an 8. He started at 9.
Sorry, 9. Okay.
Yep. Okay, and that was only the 3. So scout teams probably not advised to go up into this area anymore.
Well, we need to find out what's over there.
A shitload of guys with a lot of weapons.
Oh,
double
now
phase.
the double phase.
2 2s and a 5. We forgot Andre was going to fire his Overwatch from the 50 cal. He's elevated, he's looking over, and he's going to fire 10 dice at the green guys.
Oh.
4s.
That hurt. He got 6.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, he got 6.
6 hits for Andre.
3, 4, 5, 6. We're in the open.
Yep.
That's gonna suck. 2 dead, 2 shock.
Okay. Leader check. Nope.
Not the leader.
So 2 dead, 2 shock on those green Sturm squad. So Bruder has had the scout squad move up. They moved up 8 all the way through the building. They're up here now. Also Cody Neal, Sergeant Neal, has moved, his squad has moved up as well under the command of Bruder, and then Bruder is going to have the 50 cal fire again over there. So 50 cal, needing 5s.
No.
Oh, 4s. 10 shots. Oh, I'm sorry, you're doing the 4 shots. So Neal's squad is going to fire 4 shots. He did marching fire. Actually, you can't do marching fire, Andre. You need 2 commands. So one was to move.
Okay.
One was to move the scouts.
Never happened.
So you can't
Never
do marching
happened.
fire.
Okay.
But he does have 10 shots
10
from the
shots
50
with the
cal,
50 cal.
Over at that green Sturm squad over there. So needing 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. Roll them over here if you would. Ooh, 2
more
dead.
dead. And, oh, sorry. I have to check the leader. I have to roll 1 on that. It's not the leader, but
So 2 more dead and no leader on
No leader.
the Sturm squad. And I think that is it for Andre. But he has a double phase. Alright, double phase. Next phase for Andre. Another double phase.
Wow.
Another 5.
This is gonna hurt.
And then a 1 and a 2. So next up, well, first Andre had this scout squad move up. They didn't quite make it within 4 inches. So, but he does have another phase. And then these guys under Cody Neal are going to fire, so 10 shots back at those grenadiers there. Needing 4s.
Ouch.
1.
Damn!
Reroll 1s.
Wow.
You have
Oh yeah,
1-1.
reroll 1s, Andre. Don't forget to reroll 1s. You got 1 1
You
there.
got 1-1, so you get to reroll it.
Wow. I can double my hits.
You did.
Doubling hits. Nothing.
Nothing.
2 and a 3.
Because we're in
Open.
cover. No, we're in cover.
Cover there.
Oh, that's not the HMG.
Not the HMG.
You're right. You're right.
So nothing there on the
Wow.
those guys.
Roll your dice.
And Andre's phase. We'll drop 1 now and roll his next
You
phase.
did not get the 1.
3 3 2, which is not bad for a 4-die roll. So first of all, Andre used his dice. We let him interrupt in his own turn. He moved up. He was going to do it in his turn anyway, but so he moved up here and captured that jump off point with these scouts.
You didn't capture it.
Well, he's on it.
He's on it. Big difference there.
Meanwhile, Donaldson's squad has moved up toward the hedge there, and they're not going to fire, but he's going to have, who is this? Cody Neal's squad is going to fire 10 shots over here. The man, wow, there. Cody Neal's squad is not very good shots for Americans.
It's a long ways over there.
He's got a 6, a 2,
Killed a guy and
another
a
dead and a
shock.
shock. So check your leader.
The leader.
Ooh, close.
Saw it for a second.
But another, how many shock do you have now?
3.
3 shock, another dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 more and they're pinned. So, and that's it for Andre, I believe. So on to the German phase. All right, German phase. Hey, you can bring all your senior leaders in. 3 4s and a 2.
Holy crap.
Oh man, that's not good.
Oh, I'm going to use the 2.
Oh, he is going to bring something. Okay.
No, this squad is going to move.
All right, he's going to have the Sturm squad move. So Robert did do something. He moved what was left of that Sturm squad over. He sprinted them, which pinned them. Mm-hmm. But he is out of line of sight now of Cody Neal's squad.
And he's in hard cover.
And he's in
Hard
hard
cover.
cover, yeah, unless he move up. So Andre's roll here. Wow, 2 5s, a 3, and 2 4s. So first thing Andre did, he had Donaldson move up marching fire. So he's booked 2 commands. He moved up 1d6. He's going to fire at full effect. 3 of them are going to be hitting them, or are going to be light cover. Some of them are going to be in 83s.
Swift. Reroll the
Oh, wow.
1s.
Yeah, reroll the 1s. All right, two
Two
hits.
hits.
Why is he hitting on threes?
Because you're green.
Oh, yeah. Close range.
Okay, so that's 3 of those. So roll those 3. Might as well do those real quick right now.
Two.
On soft
Two.
cover. No, that's Robert
You-
has to roll those.
Oh, yeah. Hand me 2
Saves.
dice, please.
2 saves.
Okay.
Got him.
What'd you get?
A 1 and
1
a
to
3.
3. So
Point of shock.
3 is a shock and light cover.
And oh yeah, never mind. Sorry about that. All right,
Nice try,
Andre.
though.
So what do you got left? The
BAR, an SMG.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots. 8 shots, but these are going to be in hard cover. So
Right. Not gonna matter. 1, 2,
got a lot of
3,
twos.
4, 5. Great.
Well, 2s are all that miss.
Yeah, 5 hits.
1 point of nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Wow.
Bunch of 2s, a 3s, and a 4. Nothing. Not even
All that
a
low
shot.
rolling is paying off for you now.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so nothing onto the what's left of these guys. And so that was a 3. Andre's got 2 4s left. All right, so Andre, after that fiasco over there, he had. So what did you have? You had Decalone come in, platoon sergeant, here, put them on Overwatch, and then who's this? Gray base, Leech. Sergeant Leech's squad has moved out this way towards the house. Bazooka team came out as well. And I think that's it, so German phase.
5, 4, 1, 4, 3.
On Robert's turn, he burned his chain of command dice. He moved his jump off point here. I still think it has to be cover, so you might have to put it up.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think it just has to be at least 6 inches behind.
We'll check it. We'll check it.
I don't think it says anything about cover.
We will
I'll
check
put
it.
it right behind the fence.
I
The
was
I
hill.
was going to say the hill works too.
It works too. All right. He moved that. Andre does have a pregame barrage, which we forgot with those guys, so we're just going to let it go. But he tried
I'll
to
try to fail.
bring another squad in and couldn't make it. So I believe it is the American phase.
It is.
So American phase. See what happens. 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, which isn't horrible. First up, he's going to have Donaldson's squad. He did a marching fire, moved up 1d6. He's lining the hedge. He's going to see if he can finish off those guys in soft cover. 3s,
Reroll a 1.
A1.
rerolling 1s. All
2
but
misses.
1.
Yeah.
2 misses. So 13 hits onto those poor guys.
Green dudes.
Pinned out there in the middle. Yeah,
They're
two-
gone.
They're dead. 3 6s.
4 6s.
All right, so
Squad destroyed and junior leader killed.
Yep.
2 bad things. Rolls. First one is going to be a 3
What's that?
and a 3. So
Okay, they're both the same. All right, over there. He's
No, the
actually
first
easy.
one was the junior leader.
Okay, we'll figure out what
Same
that is.
thing.
Force morale.
So,
With the 4, it looks like Andre had Olivier ordered the bazooka team up. They didn't quite make it into the building. They're kind of outside of it. But Leech's squad has moved up into the tank trap, so they're in hard cover, and Leech went with them. And so Andre's got, he's still got
Actually,
support off the board.
And I'm going to move Olivier. He's
Okay.
going to go ahead and move up.
Okay, so Olivier's just going to move up in there with Neil's squad and German face. Wasted 6, a 1, 1, 4, and another 5. So he's back up to 1 chain of command dice. We're trying to bring in a squad, but that pregame barrage in the assembly area has stopped them. So Andre's still rolling here. 3, 1, 1, 2, 5s. In Andre's phase, he's had the scout team move back into these woods, non-tactically because they're not in line of sight. He also had this squad has moved up into the tank traps, or no, I'm sorry, they went on Overwatch. And then lastly, the bazooka has moved upstairs into the building, and they're looking this way at this jump off point in this German phase. Double phase here. Oh, 3 5s, 4
4
5s. Four fives.
Chain of command. Oh,
No.
Not quite. 4 5s and a 2. So you can try to bring a squad in. They're still not coming in. That pregame barrage is really nailing them in the assembly area. So it's on to the American phase. Double phase. Oh man, it's not looking good. What'd you get? A 2 3 4 to work with?
3 4.
So Donaldson had his squad move through that gap there towards this objective. A 3d6. Used a 2 to do that. Used a 3 to have Donaldson pull the shock, so no shock there. Meanwhile, over here, Bruder has had a scout squad move out this direction 8 inches. And I think that's it. So next phase for the American. 1 1 2 3
6.
6. Andre has pretty much ended the game. He got up to that jump off point there, and he closed it. He captured it, and then he had the scouts. They got a hell of a roll. They moved all the way up here within 4 and closed this one down, and that's essentially the game. Robert cannot deploy at this point, and we'll come back and wrap it up. All right, so wrapping it up, yeah, not much of a game. Andre got all the rolls, everything he needed, and he ended the game essentially. He captured all the jump off points. Robert never got a unit on the table.
I got one unit on the table.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, he
The
got
only reason
the
I got the unit on the table is you guys forgot to tell me you had a pregame barrage.
just for shits and giggles. Roll a d6 and see what you would have got there if they would have came on. Nope.
So it would have been an even shorter game.
It was shorter game, but the Americans have steamrolled through, and this is how it goes sometimes.
That's the problem with the combination of dice activation and it's like I have 2 senior leaders. I have
Yes.
It's not like I'm sitting here with a million tons of things. I just can't do anything.
You'll
can't bring anything
notice I didn't say, what were you thinking? You totally screwed this game up. I've been steamrolled like this multiple times. I think this is the first time I've ever actually had everything go right on an attack.
The only mistake is this jump off point probably should have been here. So they were more mutually supporting.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one over there was a gamble.
When I saw
For
it
sure.
out here as an outlier, I thought, well, it's in my plan
Yeah.
that I was going to send a scout team out there, and I hoped you tried to defend it. I was assuming you would just let it go. But
Yeah. Those American scouts are brutal.
well, you also had that throwaway green team that okay, you take out my team, and then I've got to deal with your other team.
Yeah.
It's got some firepower.
I didn't expect to get eaten alive by rolling 6s every time I got shot at. But again, I think every time I get shot at, I roll lots of 6s, so I should just assume.
Yeah, safe to assume that now. But yeah, it was a hell of a steamrolling by Andre here.
Well,
Everything went perfect.
It's one of those, and like the Travis was giving me a little bit of shit about, throwing away another scout team over there. But it's like,
They're still there.
if you don't move them out, you don't capture those jump. You got to expose them. And yes, a lot of times they
No,
get
I wouldn't give
chewed
you
up.
shit about that. I would.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on camera that I can prove it, but
I'm Scout. I'm Mr. Scout.
Because
team,
what
man.
what I was trying to do,
I'm all about scouts going out and capturing jump
put a
off
team
points.
right here. A Panzer Grenadier team, 21 rolls of dice. I'd roll 21 ones, but I would have been in the defilade from the rest of your piece, and then
Yeah.
I rolled the 3.
Yeah, I was thinking you could line 2 squads up here and just light up everything over there.
I was thinking about it because I was thinking putting.
But that pregame barrage fucked you.
I was thinking putting 1 to light up the scouts, and 1 to light up either just because the only one that would be able to shoot me would be this
The 50, yeah.
50 cal. Light up the 50 cal.
And Andre still had a Sherman that never even came in.
which, if you came in here, that's why I kept the Sherman back. Was I wasn't sure what your ace up the sleeve was, and the Sherman was there to counter whatever it was.
His ace up the sleeve was his Panzerschreck, which is part of the platoon.
I
Just could have
the
nailed
second
that
team leader
Sherman
was
and the
other
second team
2
leader.
points.
Well, you had something else too. But
No, I had a green squad and a
oh,
senior leader.
the squad. Okay, yeah.
No,
So, yeah.
I just every time I try to bring something in now.
That pregame barrage is
Yeah.
brutal.
Well, and we've gone back and forth. We played this both directions where if you come in too soon, like you're saying, you just get mowed up, you get chewed up. And I was in a position where I don't know that you were at all wrong about holding back. I had a lot of firepower out there early.
Yeah. Well, your squads don't have a lot. Even with a full squad shooting, it's what, 8 rifles.
Well, but it would have probably been 3 on
13?
2 or 2 on 1, depending on how he came in.
Yeah, it's the pregame barrage that did it. If he could have brought in 2 squads reliably, and had like 40 something shots against your 26 or whatever.
Yeah. Well, then I'd have had to just fall back and grab the Sherman and just try and pound him a little bit. But
I think with Panzer Grenadiers, bring them out. If you're defending with Panzer Grenadiers, bring them out, and especially if you can bring 2 at once, that's the way to go. Because no one's going to stand in the way of that.
Well, but you don't want to bring them too early because...
No, not too early, of course. But
I mean, I've seen all the commentary back and forth that it's a defender's game. It's an attacker's game.
Well, yeah, we've gone. When we first started playing, it was if you were attacking, you could never win.
yeah.
Now it's like if you're defending. But I think that's just because we're still not coming out early enough. And
Well,
I think if I was
no, because
defending,
when we used to defend, we used to bring that, or am I thinking bolt action, which has that 18-inch
The mortars.
the mortar barrage.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the observer, yeah.
Yeah, when you were defending, you just bring that out, and that was kind of difficult to move through
Yeah,
because you couldn't.
you couldn't move. Yeah, it's illegal.
So yeah, so we kind of got away from doing that because that was just kind of the ultimate defense. Was you just lock down half the advancing army and chew up the rest of them.
Yep.
Not if you can't get through the pregame barrage.
Yeah, the pregame barrage was the winner. MVP of this game, pregame barrage, because
No question.
Robert rolled 3 or 4 times to come through and never made it.
Well, I gotta hand it to you though. I mean, I've seen some epic fail rolls, but you had the 5-4. You had a Yahtzee of 4s
Actually,
Fives.
5s.
and a Yahtzee. It did it
and
with 4s
4s.
and 5s.
Yeah, I did do a Yahtzee of 4s.
Yeah. So both, the
are 2
5s
phases. You
can be
couldn't bring
cool,
something
but
in.
it's basically giving me a double phase.
Yep.
And it didn't quite give you the chain of command die. So it was just, some of the chokes were just
Yeah, it was
pretty
an
epic in this one.
So
I'm glad I provided the entertainment value.
the Americans have done a straight steamroll. It happens. We've seen it before, and it's happened again tonight. So what we're going to do now is we're going to shift gears. We're going to break out a few tanks, and as we usually do when these games go quick, we're going to play a little game of What a Tanker. All right, so we're going to move into What a Tanker. Andre's going to be the Sherman over there on the edge. I'm going to be the M10 tank destroyer. And over here we have Robert's going to control both of these, a Panzer IV and a Stu 42. So let's roll up initiative right here.
Black die is the stew.
Oh, look at me go! I'm number 1.
So me and you need to roll off
Yep.
for that.
Oh,
All right, so
you too.
me and Andre, and then your 2 tanks.
Yep.
So first off, Andre, he got 3 6s, a 5, 4, and a 3. All 3 6s just move up, and the Sherman has moved up 17 inches. So next is going to be the M10. My M10, I rolled 3 1s, a 2, a 5, and a 6. And pretty much all I did, I used the 3 1s. I got 29 inches on 3 moves to move up to there. Can't really acquire anything, so it's on to the
Germans.
Germans. So the Panzer IV, he got a pretty good move all the way up here to this hedge. And he has used all of his dice to acquire, running through this rubble here onto the M10, and is now the turn of the Stu 42. So the Stu has rolled enough to, he moved up a little bit. He's acquired and aimed at the Sherman. He's already rolled the hit, and he hit, so roll it right here.
Yep.
And
Got a...
so the Stu 40, no, you need to roll 7 dice for a strike. So it's a hit, so Andre, your defense is 6.
Okay.
Your attack is 7
Hand
from the
me
front.
5 more dice, please.
So 5 more dice for the Stew.
Unless you want me to use the...
Now he'll bring some dice
Okay.
over. And then just roll them right in this area here, one at a time. So we'll start with the Stew 42. Ooh.
Ooh.
Whoa, man. 4.
4 hits. 2 saves.
Reroll that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cocked.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cocked.
3.
3. So
one
net hit.
So I think that's just a superficial damage. if
But they're all.
remember
I rolled more
correctly.
6s than 5s.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I rolled
So it's a
5
permanent.
hits. Hang on, I rolled 5 hits.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, so at the end, the Sherman has taken a temporary damage. So that's one he can bring back, but he's also lost a permanent damage, and he has taken a hit to his optics on his sights, so he has -1 to hit. And we move on to the next turn. Initiative
Black
roll.
is the stew.
Okay, and then, all right, so Andre's winning so far, and then the M10. We roll these again. All right, so M10.
So it's Sherman, stew, M10, Panzer.
Okay. Andre has just moved the. He used he got a 6, so he brought his temporary dice back. 1, 1, 2. So he used the 2 ones. He just moved up to the base of the hill there. And next is the Stu 42, I
Stew
believe.
42.
Actually,
Stu 42 has rolled enough to re-aim. He never lost a acquire, but he did lose aim. And he's going to fire at the Sherman. Remember, you're a tank destroyer, so you can turn any dice into an aim as well to possibly increase your chances, or 1 dice, I believe,
Okay, then we'll turn this movement die because I don't have to move.
into another 3.
Yeah.
So you have 2 3s.
Yeah.
So you'll be hitting on a 5. No, -1 for that hedge.
Okay.
So 6.
Missed.
Oh, you missed.
Of course I missed.
Oh my God, he missed. All right, who's next?
You are.
The M10.
The M10.
M10, not a great roll, but I did move up here. We're just going to play aggressive. We moved up here, and we had enough to acquire, so we are now acquired onto the Panzer IV, whose turn it is now, I believe. So Panzer IV will go. Panzer IV is going to fire at the M10, so right here.
A7. I got it.
Got it. So I'm only an armor of 4.
I am a strike of 7.
Yeah. All right. Come on, M10. You can do it. I got 0 saves. Damn.
That's okay. I can get 0 hits.
Yes, you can. Hopefully.
It's happened
Otherwise,
before.
it's over for the M10.
I got 2 hits.
2 hits. So 2
Both
net
temporary.
hits. I'll check it. We're going to roll initiative now. It's just 2 temporary damages for me. Oh, so the Germans are going
Germans
first,
going
and
first.
then me, and then Andre.
I will trade you the 4 for the 1.
Okay. Stu's going to fire and reload.
Nope, the Panzer IV is
Oh,
firing.
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. All right, so Panzer IV on the M10.
Hit.
It's a hit. Can I withstand another shot? Maybe
Find
not.
out.
I
Save
got
2.
2.
I got 1. You saved it.
Bounced it.
Oh, Jesus.
M10 bounced it. So the next will be the Stu 42.
Stew 42.
Stu is going to double aim on the Sherman, needing a 5. He
Hit.
got it. That's like the 3rd time or 4th time you roll a 10 on that. So Sherman's a defensive
6. And I'm an attack of 7.
Yep. So 7 against 6. Let's see see if the Sherman armor can hold.
Where'd the die go?
Go ahead, Andre. He's got 2.
Well,
All right, here we go. Andre only got 2. I'm seeing none.
none.
So it bounced it. Sherman has bounced the Stu 42.
it came nowhere near me.
Now it's time for the Americans to get some payback. So who's going first? Me?
Yep.
The M10? All right.
Yep.
So the M10, I didn't roll any 6s, so I couldn't bring back any of my temporary damage. But I did get 3 aims, so I'm going to triple aim, which is going to wind up being me +1 to hit. So a 5 from the M10 onto the Panzer IV. It's a hit. So the M10 is what, strength
7, I
8?
think. 8.
Yeah, 8.
Good.
Okay, so M10, strength of 8. Let's see if we can take down this Panzer IV. 1, 2, 3. 2.
Two,
So
1 net
temporary damage.
So I lose 1 die.
Okay, and then it'll be Andre's go as the Sherman. Andre has moved up on the hill. He's got a side shot on the Panzer IV. We're going to give him 1 hedge. Because he's on top of a double hill there.
Needs a 6.
So needing a 6. It's a hit. It's an
Okay.
8. So Andre's strike 6.
But he hits on
Panzer
4s
4 is
now
armor
because he's on
6.
side.
Oh, yes, yes. So he's hitting on 4s. So go ahead, Andre. Hitting on 4s. Oh,
5 hits.
What?
4.
4. All right, roll him over here, Robert.
3
That's a
saves.
save.
It's only one
One
that hit.
permanent, 1 temporary damage.
So he's down 2 dice.
Yeah.
So it's got to be more 6s?
Yes.
Not even, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the Sherman, and that's it. So
That's
move on to the next turn.
Initiative.
Initiative time.
Black is the. So the
okay.
Panzer IV and the Sherman roll off.
No, the M10.
Oh. So, okay, so.
I was blue.
Yeah,
so
you're
the
second.
Stu is first, the Sherman is second, the M10 is third.
Panzer IV is 4th. So Su-42 is going to aim and fire, and then he's going to aim, reload and fire again. So
So
they just need
first
a
shot
6.
is a 6,
It's a miss.
second shot is a 6.
That's a hit.
Hit, so it's 7 to his.
7 to 6. So see if the Stu can penetrate the Sherman finally.
Probably
And
not.
nail him. Sherman first. Got 1.
2.
2.
I got 3.
So another
1 net hit.
negative hit or
A
temporary
temporary.
damage on the Sherman. And next will be the Sherman. Sherman not get a good roll. He's only got 4 dice left. 1 temporary, 1 permanent. And all he did was just pull back behind the hill there. So next is going to be the Panzer
Panzer
IV.
4 with only 4.
He's going to roll and he's going to aim and fire. Oh, it's a miss. It's a miss. Okay, that was it. So next up is the M10. So the Panzer IV, not a great roll, but he is a tank destroyer, so he's going to use a 1. He's going to turn a 1 into a 3 to aim. So it's going to take me from a 6 to a 5 to hit.
Of course you do.
It's a hit. Strike 8. So M10 will go first. 2 6s. 2
Spanged it.
6s. So it's an equal.
Yep.
What does equal do?
I think I have to fall back.
Let me just check the rules. Panzer
Stu.
IV just went off. He wound up going back 4 inches.
Woohoo! I'm in the lead.
3, 6. So the M10, then the Sherman, then the Panzer, then the Stu.
All right. The M10, horrible roll. Can't shoot. Can't do anything. But I am still aim. No, he moved back, right? So I lost my aim.
You left
So
your
I
fire
acquired.
at least.
So next is the Sherman, though, over there. So all Andre was able to do with the Sherman was get his temporary damage back, and then next is going to be the Stu-42, I believe.
Nope, the Panzer IV.
Panzer IV. So the Panzer IV is going to, he's still acquired, he's going to re-aim and fire back at the Panzer IV. 7.
Hit.
That's a hit.
So I have 7 strike dice.
Yeah, I only got 4 defense. I'll
Yep.
just roll mine real quick here.
2 saves.
2 6s.
Equal net hit. So
Equal,
I roll a d6 and you go back. Oh, what's a 6 on the 6?
I think it's a temporary damage.
Yeah, I think it is.
Damn, so I'm down to 3 dice.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay, so next will be the Stu.
Stu.
All right. So the Stu is going to reload, fire, reload, and move. So needing a 6.
7.
You got it. Okay, so it's a 7 against a 6.
6.
And let's see what happens here. Strike dice first.
1.
Only 1 5. Let's see what the Sherman can do.
Equal net
5.
hits. So
Alright.
let's see what happens.
Moves back
3
3
inches.
inches. That's it.
And I now get to move.
Yep. I'll move 8 inches.
Which will put me.
Initiative, so the Stu just moved up there.
The Stu is blue.
My, okay. M10. So Andre got a 3.
So we roll off.
She goes first. You
I
go
do.
First.
So
I
I'm
go
first, you're
M10
second.
second.
Andre is third, and then the Stu is last.
Panzer IV has moved up.
7 hit.
He got a hit.
Thank God.
Can the M10 take another
3.
75 mil hit with my 4 dice? No, I got none that time.
I got 3 net hits.
He's dead.
Boom.
Kaboom. I think the Panzer IV has
killed the Stu 40 or the M10. Yeah.
Kill the M10.
So Andre's next. So I'm out of the game.
Done.
So Andre with his what? How many? You got 5 dice left?
Yeah.
5 dice. He just moved the Sherman back into the crater. He can do nothing else. So next up is the Stu 42, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The Stu's gonna roll on the Sherman. It's a miss.
Initiative.
Initiative. So it's just it's the Sherman against the 2 German tanks now.
Yep, the stew is the blue.
Oh man.
I'll go first.
No, we
Yes,
may
I
not.
will. Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
No, I won't.
Nope.
The stew goes first.
And then the Sherman.
Then the Sherman.
Stu on Sherman. He's gonna need a 7.
Got it.
Got it. Okay. It's, 7 against 6, Andre. So right here, guys. Go ahead, Andre. You go first.
One.
Just
One. Equal net hits.
one. That hits again.
I got a 5. He goes back 5 inches.
So the Sherman's going to go back 5 inches. And Panzer IV?
No, Sherman.
Sherman. Andre has moved the Sherman back up into the crater.
Well,
He's gonna-
what does low profile do?
That's a -1. I think it's another -1 to hit.
So
Well, what are
you
you
need a
shooting
9.
at? You shooting at him or him?
Oh,
Panzer
then you only
IV.
mean an 8. Well, yeah, you only
Yeah,
need
need an 8, Andre. Right here. Ah, no problem.
I got
So
6.
strike 6 against the Sherman.
And defense 6 against the
So go ahead, Andre. You go first.
1,
Reroll that one.
2, 3.
Oh, 3
Three
sixes.
sixes.
Oh my gosh.
Saved it.
He
Wow.
did save it.
Okay, so it's
It's equal.
equal. Roll a d6.
See what happens. See if maybe if you get a 6, you get.
It's permanent.
No, he just goes
3
back.
inches.
3 inches. And that's it. So
Nope.
move on to the
Panzer IV's up.
Panzer IV. Okay. Initiative. Blue is the Stew. Oh, 2-1. So Andre's gonna go
You
first.
get to roll off with yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah.
rolls off
So
against
Andre's
himself.
first, the Panzer IV is second, and the stew is last.
So the Sherman has moved up here. So we'll say this blocks line of sight from the Stew.
Yeah.
But he's got this and then this. So yeah.
Sherman, the Panzer IV is up.
Next is the Panzer IV. That happened. Panzer IV did nothing. He recovered a temporary damage, and then the Stew just moved up.
Sherman's up first. Stew is second, and Panzer is third.
Sherman, not a good roll.
Oh, it was an awesome roll if I was in a shootout.
Yeah, but ultimately couldn't acquire. So where are we on to now? The Stew?
No, the Panzer IV.
Panzer IV says here. The Panzer IV is used this. He had a 6, so he's able to recover his last temporary damage. And then he just moved up 6 to here, and then it is time for the Stew 42.
Be
Yeah, so the Stew moved up,
yep,
and he's going to acquire his open topped
and double aim.
and double aim, and he is going to need a 5. Oh, he
5.
got it.
Woo!
Oh wow.
So he needs 7 with the flank shot.
Yeah, so flank shot. So he's needing 4s with his 7 dice, and Andre's needing 5s.
got
Andre's
2.
got 2. Okay, 2 saves for Andre. Sherman, American Steel.
2 hits, even net.
No,
No.
we got the 4s.
Oh, 4 hits then. No, 2 net hits. They're temporary.
2 temporary net hits. So Andre's down to 3 dice now.
Yep.
It's not looking good for the Americans. The M10 is dead. The Sherman is down to 3 dice. He's got
Initiative.
German tanks on both flanks. Andre, I got a 6, I'm
6.
assuming, with the World Gaming World dice. You
Uh,
gotta roll off
with
against
yourself
yourself.
again.
so the Panzer IV. So it's the Sherman, the Panzer IV, and then the Stew.
So the Sherman,
Actually, I could move again, couldn't I?
Yeah.
you could. The Sherman, a quick snifter. He uses card, which is everyone they have a bottle in here, a hooch. They took a drink each, and he regained his 2 lost dice, that's probably the best card in the
Yeah.
in the
Yes,
deck. Probably.
no question.
I mean, it's amazing. And then but he has moved up here. He's considering moving again, but he does have a flank shot, but he couldn't acquire. So are you going to move again?
I don't know where I'd go. I kind of like where I'm at.
Closer
I mean,
is pretty much all you can do. Okay. So that'll be it for the Sherman. But he is back up to 5 command dice. Panzer IV is backed up, and he is gonna acquire an aim and everything at the Sherman. He got it. He just needed a 5 because he's right up against it. All right, so it's gonna be
7 to 6.
7 to 6 again.
I can blow this.
Andre got 2 saves.
I got 3 hits.
So another net hit.
One net hit.
And not a critical hit. So Andre's lost another dice. He's back down to 4. And I think that's it.
Nope, the Stu gets to go.
Oh, the Stu still has to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Stu has moved around the hedge. He's got behind the Sherman. He needs a 5 to hit him.
Hit.
It's a hit. I'm near hitting on 3s now because you're hitting from behind. So 7 dice
7
at
to
3s. All right. Let's see what he gets here. That's a lot.
5.
5, Andre.
5.
Against your 6.
2 saved.
Yeah.
He blew up.
Woohoo!
Sherman is destroyed. Americans are destroyed. We'll come back
Bazooka's up that building.
and wrap it up. Yeah, there's a bazooka right here. Hey, Panzer IV, target.
Okay.
We'll come back.
He fired the Stu, actually.
He missed. We'll come back and wrap it up. So we're back to wrap it up. Germans have cleaned house. The 2 American tanks are destroyed. 2 German tanks are still standing. So that's that. And that's it. So we played a game of Chain of Command, which was a walkover by, literally a walkover. The Germans, well, they did deploy one
We
squad.
jogged. We had to jog to the deployment zone.
And then the follow-up game, just to kill some time, was What a Tanker, and the Germans won that one. So, yeah, it was a good game. As usual, this game is a lot of swings and misses. We shot at each other a lot, but all those temporary damages start adding up. Because I was down to like 2 or 3 or 4 dice at the end, and yeah, when you only have 3 or 4 dice left, it's like, damn, I can't do crap. And then, yeah, they died. Sherman died. German tanks are alive. So, end of game. So yeah, that's that. So that's this week's battle report. A game of Chain of Command, another game of What a Tanker, which seems to be kind of a. We've been playing a lot of What a Tanker lately. It seems like
Yeah.
our Chain of Command games have not been going very long.
No, they haven't.
No, they have not. So yeah, it's weird because defenders and Chain of Command, it's always been harder to attack, but like the past few months has been hard to defend.
Unless you're attacking with the Russians, then you die very easily.
Yeah. So it is what it is. This happened, so that's the game tonight. So hopefully you guys like that. 2 games tonight again, and walkover again, and then a What a Tanker game. And with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. So thanks to Andre and Robert for coming over, and thank to all you guys for watching. And all the subscribers, all the patrons especially. Check out our Patreon page if you want to kind of join in and see. We got extra battle reports on there, campaigns. We got a lot of stuff on the Patreon page if you want to see what's going on there. And that's just to get you guys to help support the channel, because it helps us a lot. We can buy new equipment, new models, new terrain, all kinds of cool stuff. So it helps a lot. And we also have a Facebook group, which is pretty good. A lot of good stuff going on there, so check that out as well. And with that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up and say thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.